There is no safe place in Gaza. That was the stark warning from Stefan Dujarric, spokesperson for the United Nations Secretary General. His statement reflects the devastating reality on the ground, where ongoing military aggression continues to claim civilian lives, force mass displacement, and destroy vital infrastructure across the enclave. In Gaza, daily life is marked by fear, destruction, and uncertainty. Ongoing Israeli military operations, a strict blockade on humanitarian aid, and the constant threat of unexploded weapons have pushed the enclave into deeper crisis. Since October 2023, tens of thousands of Palestinians have been killed or injured, while aid workers and medical teams continue to risk their lives under fire. As the situation grows more dire by the day, the work of organizations like the United Nations Mine Action Service has become more critical than ever, not just to protect civilians, but to prepare the ground for future recovery. We spoke with Luke Irving, Chief of UNMAS in the Occupied Palestinian Territories, to understand the reality on the ground and what hope remains for those trapped in the middle of war. What is the current situation like for people living in Gaza?
What people are doing currently right now is they're scared. They are concerned, they're worried for their safety, they're focusing on their day-to-day survival, if you like, on how they would stay safe, how they stay fed, how they stay watered. This is the reality in Gaza at the moment.
How serious is the humanitarian crisis in Gaza right now?
There has been no humanitarian aid getting in, and the situation is already is dire. It's becoming increasingly dire and serious.
How has the blockade affected humanitarian efforts and movement within Gaza?
It's been a blockade, so no humanitarian aid whatsoever is getting in. Also, we're very limited on movements because of the risk it poses to go out and do our missions, etc. This is across the UN agencies. We come across, rockets, bombs, grenades, all those type of items that fail to function when they are used in conflict.
Why is dealing with unexploded munitions a major concern during the recovery and reconstruction phase in Gaza?
You've got these different ways unexploded ordnance will sort of materialize. It'd be very, very important when we start doing rubble removal, reconstruction, recovery, that we have the ability to locate these items, warn people, which we can do now. But down the line, we want to destroy these munitions. We want to dispose of these munitions. We want to get rid of them.
What are the risks for farmers returning to their fields in Gaza after the ceasefire?
60-70%, I understand, of Gaza's exports before the conflict was agriculture. So obviously there's a lot of that activity going on, again, in peacetime or in ceasefire time. So when they return to the fields, there could be unexploded ordnance in those fields. They need to understand that risk, understand that they shouldn't be touching it.
Can you tell us about the recent incident involving UN personnel while inspecting a damaged building?
Providing specialist support to keep humanitarians safe, to allow them to do their jobs. On the 19th of March, they're doing exactly that. They were reviewing a UN notified building that was hit the night before, and they were checking it if it was safe from any unexploded ordnance and people could return to that structure. Unfortunately, at some point there was an incident when they were carrying out their mission, which was an explosive weapon, and it caused a death and injury to UN personnel.
Do you feel that humanitarian workers are adequately protected in Gaza right now?
It is a very, very, very challenging time, and evidence would show me that we're not protected at the moment. And I hope we do not see any other humanitarians, health workers who are killed or injured doing their jobs going forward, because the people need it, civilians need it, innocent people need intervention.
Thank you very much to Luke Irving, Chief of the Mine Action Program at UNMAS in the Occupied Palestinian Territories, for sharing these crucial insights. We truly appreciate your time and the vital work being done on the ground. Please stay safe, and thank you again for joining us. I'm Anya, an artificial intelligence presenter from tvone.ai.